Welcome to episode 13 of Vendor Spotlight, bringing you the very best in insurance technology. I have every faith this is going to be a lucky number 13 for our guest today, who's gone full Jean-Luc Picard in the search for data, as they proclaim they've discovered the next generation of insurance intelligence. And what could be better than helping insurers reduce claims, win business, and deliver transparent insurance? Well, at the end of the pandemic. But damn it, Percayso and Inform come a very close second. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you their managing director, Rich Tomlinson. Rich, welcome.
Hi Ed, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Rich. So tell me a bit about your background and how you found your way into insurance.
Sure, yes. Well, my background has always been data and analytics, really. So I started, a while ago now. Spent my first kind of 20 years at Experian, the credit bureau, in a variety of kind of data analytics, modeling kind of roles. A brief spell at another credit bureau, and then a few other businesses, again in kind of commercial roles. It was only about 3 years ago, really, that I, kind of dove straight into insurance when I started working for Percayso Inform, which was really in its infancy at that point. A chap called Simon James, who's run a variety of other successful businesses in the insurance arena, persuaded me to come across and run the operation for him. So here I am.
Brilliant. Well, as always, you've got your 5 killer questions on your InsurTech offering, followed by our cynically pre-scripted quick fire round. So without further ado, make it so number 1. That's an awful impression. I can only apologise. What do you do, and how does it help insurance carriers, brokers, MGAs, and the like?
Sure. So at its core, we're a data enrichment hub, really, when we break it down. So, we've got many connections, and that's what we've been building over the last 3 years. So, we're a relative startup ourselves. We only really launched in, March of this year, just before the pandemic kicked off, which was great timing. But over the past 3 years, we've been connecting to multiple data sources. So we're kind of just over 20 different data sources so far, everything from credit bureaus to financial information to fraud, vehicle data, property data, et cetera, et cetera. So we connect all of those data sources together. We make sense of them. We make them consumable for MGAs, brokers, insurers. And when we connect through either directly to those organizations or to the software houses that they deal with. So, we're the kind of data hub in the middle, making sense of the data, doing the analytics, and just helping that enable that insight to be consumable.
And what's the element of your offering of which you're most proud?
Well, I should probably say the tech and the platform, all that sort of stuff, but I think it's our approach and how we deal with our clients. And that might sound a little bit contrived, but that really is the case. And hopefully anybody who's dealt with us will attest to that what we are really trying to do is understand the problems that our clients are trying to deal with, wrestle with on a day-to-day basis, and shape something and work with them to put something around that. We're not just here to plug in some data and say here's a product, off you go. We are really trying to work with our clients as partners, solving problems, helping them to do that. So that's what differentiates us, and what makes me most proud about what we achieve.
And what's the biggest success story that you've had within your business?
Well, I guess launching in a pandemic, but I think the whole journey, really, as I say, we've come a long way. There's some big global incumbents that have had many years run up to where we are, but we've come a long way in a very short space of time. As I say, integrating with all of these data sources, getting all of those relationships set up, proving concept on the analytics side of things, and the uplift that we're able to bring across anything else out there in the market, proving that with our beta clients, integrating with software houses and many other players in the market, and creating that that kind of mini ecosystem, really. So and getting out there and talking to clients and solving the problems, really. So that the whole thing is for me I'm viewing that as a success.
And you mentioned clients there. What do your typical clients look like in terms of their profile?
I think certainly as a startup, ourselves, small to medium MGAs, certainly InsurTechs, small brokers, have got to be in our sweet spot. We do some work with some of the bigger boys as well, but I guess that's where I think we have most resonance in terms of our proposition and the way that we talk, the way that we do business, all that sort of stuff.
And what's the biggest weakness of your offering? I hate to ask it, but I have to. They force me to.
We try too hard. No, I guess again, as a relatively new startup, we haven't got 100 clients yet. We're not as established. Our name isn't out there, and hopefully, things like this will absolutely help. But I think there's that, when you're walking through the door, where's your history and that sort of stuff. Now we're building that up, obviously, and have been doing, and we've also got a lot of people, who work for us who have been in the industry for many, many years. So that helps as well. But I think, new boys on the block, that's probably our biggest weakness.
Great. And now we're going to move on to the quick fire round, which is 10 questions, instinctive answers only. Are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Greatest movie series of all time?
I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings. Love The Hobbit.
Yes, same. What superpower would you give yourself if you had the ability to do so?
Flying.
I'd love to fly. It'd be amazing. Dream board member?
I'm going to go very conservative and say Bill Gates. For lots of reasons.
InsurTech with or without an E?
Without.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, dogs every time. Yeah, I've got a Ted and a George, and they're great. So yeah, dogs.
Favorite other InsurTech?
I'm gonna have to say Genesis. We like those guys.
Andre's been a guest on the show. We were lucky enough to have him on. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix. Yeah.
Big or small clients?
I think probably small, but I guess any client where we can really make a difference, I think. And I think, what we're trying to do is make an impact. And I think, if we can do that, then that's a good client to us. I think we're more likely to be able to do that with the smaller clients. So yeah, I'll go with that.
And question 9, I think this is going to become a regular one, a bit like the who would play you, but which 3 guests would you have to a dinner party if you could have anybody? Mike
Tyson, I think, as long as he's on a good day.
On good behaviour, yeah.
Bob Dylan, big Bob Dylan fan. So, and Jimmy Carr is a funny guy. So
his laugh's funny as much as anything.
Yeah.
And question 10, the last one. Who would play you in the story of your life?
I'm going to have to go with Tom Cruise, just because he's short enough to play me. I think nothing to do with the looks, but yeah.
Second person on Vendor Spotlight to go with Tom Cruise so far. So you're in good company with Elliot. So Rich, thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us about Percayso Inform. Please make sure to visit percaysoinform.com. It's below. It's got a hyphen in it, to find out more about why you need the next generation of insurance intelligence. If you enjoyed today's Vendor Spotlight, make sure to subscribe to Evermore Digital as we bring you the latest in insurance news, views and reviews. Please add your comments, likes, subscribe to the channel, share to your boss, share to your favourite underwriter, share to your rowdy next door neighbours who keep interrupting your Zoom calls. But for now, sadly, it's goodbye from Rich at Percayso Inform.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me.